And next, we're going to invite the SAP home group to come on forward. If you would. SAP home group. I see one person. No, there's a few of them in here. Okay. If you would, I guess, Shane, you get the close spot, and whoever else wants to come up. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead here. Holly, would you want to just share, since Susan's not here as the leader of the group, would you want to just tell us a little bit about your group and when they meet and all that kind of thing, what you're doing?
Okay. Our group began about a year and a half ago when you did the home group, kind of the 5-week thing where we would meet once a week, and I think that was around October of 2007.
Where in the world is Jesus?
That's the one, yep. And so we did that, and we really enjoyed it, and we had a choice at the end of the 5 weeks whether we would continue on meeting or not, and of course we all wanted to, so it became part of our weekly and monthly life. Since that time, we did the 40 Days of Purpose, and right now we're doing Bill Hybels' Just Walk Across the Room.
Okay.
We meet on Wednesday nights at 6 o'clock. I think the flyer says we meet on Monday, but we actually meet on Wednesday, 6 to 8, and we try to be pretty conscious about that because a lot of us have little kids that we need to get to bed. We meet in homes, so we kind of rotate whose house we're going to be in, and we echo the prior group about the food. We always have some good food and brownies.
Yeah. So do you all eat a meal together, or just kind of snacks or dessert kind of thing?
We eat a meal because it's hard for some of us to even get there at 6 o'clock, and let alone feeding kids and things like that.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, great. Well, let's take the. Shane is on standby here. Jennifer, his wife, was going to share this here, and apparently she's sick today. So
she woke up sick this morning, so I got
because she was going to have to talk in
exactly,
service,
exactly, yep.
Okay.
So I got volunteered in that method.
All right.
So.
Well, tell us how you and Jen got in the church or in this group then.
Well, we didn't know a lot of the folks in the Horizons community, but we had a common friend, Susan Sapp, that kind of brought us all together, and it seemed like the first time we got together, things just kind of clicked. And admittedly, I was a little reluctant to do this, but since I've been involved, I've certainly enjoyed it, and I really look forward to coming to the meeting and getting back with our home group. And it's been a great thing for me. And I rely on everybody that's at this group.
How has this group helped you personally, Shane?
Well, we all go through different things in our life, and sometimes we need others to, lean on and to help us through this. And almost every person in our group has had some significant event happen in our lives, and it's been a blessing to be able to come and to talk about these things and get the support from others in our group. So
yeah, I know there have been a number of deaths in extended family that you all have gone through, and medical things that have been a part of a lot of the lives. I know there's about 3 or 4 or 5 people of your group missing, I think, this morning in this service, but so you've got a larger group than this.
Right. I think we'll hopefully see the bulk of our group at the next 11 o'clock. But
okay.
Yeah, each one of us has had some sort of event, and Greg and Tammy are recent additions, and at our last meeting, we found out about something that's going on in their lives. So, we never know what's going to come up, but something will, and we're here to support each other.
Yeah. Well, what makes home group fun and enjoyable for you, or for everybody?
Well, I think we just all show up and we have a great time. Sometimes we get off track and we play games and we kind of forget about what we're doing, but we refocus and we still enjoy doing these sessions like Walk Across the Room, and And there's also other times where we got together just, to watch a football game together or to get together for summer events. So, it's like you've heard before, it's another small family that you enjoy going to see each other and, just be yourself.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, you may have seen a group here this morning and thought to yourself, they look kind of normal. I could see myself being a part of something like that, and I hope that you will. I want you to know that each of these three groups are open to receiving new people. We'll be forming new groups. We'll be restarting some groups. And like they said, our home groups generally meet twice a month. But just to reaffirm what I said earlier, God wants you and me to have these kinds of connections in our lives. I know that a lot of you are thinking that you just don't have time. You don't have time for this. Your lives are already too full. You can't add anything else. But these people are no less busy than you are. And they found a way to make it work. And you just have to believe that it's worth making it happen. And in some cases, it may be worth letting something else go so that this can be a part of your life. We have a group of men that meet on Sunday mornings at 8 o'clock every other week because that works for them. We have a women's group that meets on 8:15 on every other Thursday morning because that works for them. Most of our groups meet in the evening. Most of them meet in homes. A few meet in their churches. Most of them are a mix of married and single men and women. But before I close, I want to just say a little bit to those of you who have been in a group before, but at this particular time, right now, you're not in one. And maybe you've been thinking, well, maybe I should get into a group again. I've been thinking about it, but I'm putting it off. You just haven't taken that step. I want to encourage you especially to consider taking that step. And some of you could even be a group leader. Some of you are ready for that step because if we're going to be able to multiply our groups, we need leaders for them. It doesn't mean the leader does it all, but the leader is sort of the person who takes that responsibility and is the main point of contact. And so for all of you, my hope is that 2009 will be a year for you getting connected. Maybe you'll start with a short-term group, kind of get your feet wet in that. Or maybe you'll get into Disciple Bible Study or a home group. And there'll be also another kind of group that we'll be experimenting with. We'll launch later this year. But I want you to experience what this is like. To have people in your life that you can meet with and that you can learn with, and you can pray with, that you can laugh with. People where you can do life together.